Hey everyone, welcome back. RiME. Haven't played this in like probably 6 days or 5 days or something like that. And I don't really remember where I was. I remember I was doing my best impersonation of a squad, but I will say I wasn't here. I think the game like put me back here. Oh shit, okay. So the game like took me away from where I was hanging out and put me back here, which is fine. However, they also had the decency, and I didn't capture this on in the recording, unfortunately, but they had the decency of, if they spawned me here, they showed the bird flying across my screen so as to remind me, like, hey, there's a giant death pterodactyl, and you should be very, very scared of him. So, big ups to them for doing that. That was a very useful gesture in what has continued to leave an impression on my mind as a very, very thoughtfully put together game. So, I have one key. I remember the door that I was attempting to unlock required 2 keys, so logically I can deduce that since I found one key by exploring my environs, the second key will be found thusly by also forsoothing into other environs. So I guess I'm just gonna, like, I think that this was the area that I didn't explore. I think that the previous area, though it looked extraordinarily similar to this, was to the left of this all get outs. So this will be presumably some new stuff for me to be looking through. Oh, there's a hole up here, so we'll go through this. This definitely is an area I haven't been in, so props for me for finding on the first try. Very straightforward and easy to find segment, and also a corner that is, well, I guess I lose. Good game, everybody. I am never figuring out this one. Okay, let's see. I think I see the key up there. So, how do I get... I can't, like, leap out of... Wow, there's actually a lot of death corners in this room. How do I leap out of here? How do I get out of the Watra? Oh yeah, it's a game about climbing on shit. That should tell you how very, very not in my head this game is at this point. Okay, so I guess I should go up to this one? No, I can't do. So maybe I need to go onto this one. Yeah. So this one's low enough for me to grab onto this side of the room. And from here, I don't know what to do. You'd think this small ledge in a game of climbing would be climbable, but no, it's this dark-ass little section over here. Yep, totally forgot about a lot of those little things. I don't really think I'll be taking as many vacations from solo stuff as I was doing these past couple of days here. But man, I between Dungeons and Dragons and 4 Nerds Save the Universe and then Korea, my time gets a little bit cannibalized by the ever-consuming maw of Wanderbots, which is fine. I definitely enjoy doing that sort of stuff. But I definitely also want to get back into doing solo things. Wow, I pressed every button except for the correct one. Come on, man, just pick up the key. Just pick up the key. There we go. Okay. Now with both of these, we should be good to go. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of time on a given day to do a lot of recordings, so I don't really want to spend all of it doing things for, like, Wanderbot related, like, duo stuff or larger group type of things. Like, I wanna be my own man. I wanna stake out my own stakes and whatnot, and, well, other manly things like pulling myself up by bootstraps. Yeah, that's sort of... Ooh, yeah. Definitely want to say the word jazz, not the thing I was going to say instead. Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, the door was back over here. And Yes, there we are. Cool. So let's see what sort of secrets are behind this jazz. Uh, oh, did I not sing at the lanterns in this area? Interesting. I wonder then. That seems like something I would have done because I've been doing that to every single fire. So I wonder, this game must use a checkpoint saving system that I just haven't noticed yet. And that would explain why occasionally, like very occasionally, I just see like a little icon appear. And I think the upper left corner of the game. I didn't really question it. I thought it was a loading screen. But I have to wonder if now it's a save thing instead. All right, let's find out. My bet is that if that does correspond with saving stuff, then as soon as I open up this door, we're gonna see the icon appear. Yeah, could that have been a longer cutscene? I don't know. I guess they're trying to set the mood. Cool. So, this should allow me to start working towards, what was I doing? I guess I was in this area so that I could spring, like those little lightning traps on the pterodactyl that was trying to kill me. Oh, man, I always thought that pterodactyls were probably my favorite dinosaur. Just a random little fact. I can't tell if I thought the pterodactyl was cool or if I thought the stegosaurus was cooler, but as I became an adult, I realized that pterodactyls are actually kind of not nearly as cool as I thought they would be. They're more skittish, just like real birds, I guess. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. What happens if I sing at this thing? Well, I can sing at that baby statue, but I assume I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh, I see. So the baby, I have to hit all. I have to get all three of these little baby chambers open up to get the. To be able to use the big boy over there in the middle of the room. So we'll see. Okay, if I cast, I see what it is. If I cast a shadow upon that thing, upon the symbol beneatheth the, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. If I cast a shadow on the shit, then on the little sun meter, then it opens up. So I cast these two shadows, but that was not quite good enough. So we need to get, we can get that one. Well, I guess this is probably going to be more trial and error than anything else. Should be able to get these two, but then there's nothing back over on that bad boy. So probably on the other side of the room would be my guess. And probably, yes, I think I know what it will be. It'll be over here between these three statues arranged thusly. So we'll go right here. And it's two of them. Oh, no. It's none of them. Okay, so there's one. I don't have to do much, I just have to do a little bit here. And, yeah, I just need to kind of just barely adjust it whenever I think, the way I'll be able to figure this out is I'll find, like, two of them and get really close. No, there it is. Okay. I have it here, so we just need to set it up so that, yep, there we are. Solved it. Let me tell you how this was done, because this is super duper interesting. But let me tell you behind the scenes how that puzzle... Shit, I screwed it up. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'll still explain it. And... I shouldn't... Okay, I was trying to let go of the cube, not do the yell thing and solve it, but that's fine. So let me tell you how that puzzle worked behind the scenes. So attached to every single statue, there was a collider object that so what I'm going to convey to you all is that this is basically how like shadow stuff works and shadow-based puzzles work in a video game. So there's not like a really easy way to detect how much light is being cast upon something. The way they did it probably is that they probably had an invisible object that calculated its position relative to the statue and the player. So the collider would put itself into a straight line using itself, the head of the statue, and the player character. So as you moved around relative to the statue, you moved the position of this object that was behind it. So like here, if you see that statue, then directly behind it on the back wall, if they were doing this projection thing, there would be a collider. And so the way it worked is you just had to position yourself so that the all the statues, you just had to find the right position so that you were able to draw 3 straight lines through one of the statues into all of the receptors, and that put the colliders against the little symbols, and then that would trigger the objects to reveal themselves, so that you could interact with them with the other thing, the big ball in the middle of the room. So I'm really confident that that's how they did it. I would be pretty surprised if they had a more sophisticated system than that, but that's the way that I certainly would have done it. And I say that because I made a video game. I made a prototype of a video game that did that actually had that as a mechanic in it. And I'd love to talk about that, but I did make a video game that had a lot of puzzles involving shadows, and it's a lot of bullshit trickery, and that's because otherwise, calculating like lights hitting stuff is really, really computationally expensive, and it's much easier to just do it with colliders and faking it. Okay, so where was I? We have another thing over here that needs to have a shadow projected on it, and we have a statue right here. We also have a Popat. So I'm going to look through the Popat across the wall and see if that tells me something. And I don't remember how to interact with the Popats, but this certainly ain't doing it. Okay, there we go. So how far can I go with the Popat? Weirdly far. Weirdly way further than I expected. Okay. So I need to... This also isn't changing the lighting situation in the room. If we look at it, the statues are all continuing to stay in their static positions. So I think that what I need to do actually is go outside and find other elements of the environment to interact with. Also, since I am outside, this means that I'll probably get killed by the pterodactyl, so I guess I will not do that for right now. Okay, if I'm on this thing, okay, if I sing, nothing happens. If I'm over by the statue, nothing really seems to happen. And there's a baby head up on the wall there. Can I interact with the statue in any way? I cannot. What about going down? Can I pull something from the previous puzzles? Like if I could pick this thing up and carry it up with me, that would be interesting. That does not appear to be the case, so I guess I'll head back up then. And I guess since I can't leave... Well, okay, I haven't ruled that out yet. I don't want to prematurely say that I can't leave without having tried it more in earnest than what I just did. So I'm going to... Yeah, there's probably something I can do outside that will help me solve this puzzle. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm in shadow. This is obviously not working, and I'm dead. Okay, so we'll try going the other direction around this thing. I have a safety overhang here, so I feel like there's something to be said for going outside in this puzzle. I just don't quite see it, and I'm dead. Yep. Alright, well, good thing there's a bunch of me, and I'm very scrumptious. Alright, so we have a jump. Aha, this looks promising, and we have what are you doing? What are you doing? Roll! What are you doing? No! No, you motherfucker! Come on, come on, come on, come on! No! Hey, I'm here. Alright, well that worked out well enough. Okay, cool. So, now that I've made a step of progress in this puzzle, we'll see where this goes next time. Thanks for watching.